When I met her, she was living with her best friend in a small rented room in town. I used to see them together, all the time laughing, sharing earbuds, taking pictures. They were close, the kind of close that made people think they were sisters. When I proposed to her last year, her best friend was the first person she told. That was how I gradually became a part of both their lives. Because her best friend became my friend too, visiting my girlfriend was easy. I would pass by their place after work, sometimes with food, sometimes with nothing but conversation. We would all sit in the small hall, watching TV, joking, or talking about random things. If her friend had an evening shift and left early, I would stay behind with my girlfriend and we would talk late into the night. Nothing complicated, no pressure. It felt simple, safe. Sometimes my girlfriend would spend nights at my place. On good weeks, she would stay for days, even a full week. She shrugged. We're grown. I can't live with her forever. I want my own space, where I can come and go as I like, where you can come and we won't be disturbing anybody. I smiled. That would be nice. Then she sat up and looked at me. Will you help me with the rent? I looked at her, at the seriousness in her eyes. Of course, when the time comes, I'll help. I said it casually then, like it was just talk, but she took it seriously. We would cook together, argue over which movie to watch, sleep late, wake up late. We talked about our future in small pieces, never sitting down to plan it properly, but dropping hints in the middle of jokes and pillow talk. One of those evenings, she lay on the bed, scrolling through her phone, and said, "Babe, I want my own place." I was sitting on the edge of the bed, losing my shoes. Your own place as in leaving your friend? From that day, the idea settled in her mind like a seed. And every day, she watered it with reminders. Don't forget your promise, she would say. Some days, it was light. She would joke, my landlord is waiting for you, oh, laughing as if it was a comedy. Other days, it carried weight. I'm tired of this place, she would say. You know, if you really love me, it'll help me move. At first, I thought it was just talk. Then I started to notice that things between her and her best friend were changing. The jokes grew fewer, the arguments more frequent. I would visit and hear them exchanging sharp words behind closed doors. If I stayed over, I could feel the tension in the air, silent treatments, slammed doors, forced smiles when I was around. One evening, after a particularly loud argument between them that I pretended not to hear, she came to sit by me and said, I have to leave here. Is it that bad? I asked. She stared at the floor. I don't like how things are now. We're not. Sometimes she grew angry and cold. Once on the phone, she said, you don't take me seriously. How long does it take to get money? If you wanted to help, you would have. I tried to explain my side, tried to tell her that I wasn't refusing. I just didn't have it, that I needed time. But when someone is desperate, time sounds like an excuse. To her, my delays were proof I didn't care enough. In the middle of all this, we still talked regularly on the phone. She still came over a few times, but I could tell she was distracted, always thinking, always calculating how to leave her friend's place. Guilt started to build in me. I began to feel like I was failing her. Then suddenly the calls changed. She was not as available anymore. Short calls, dry replies. I'm busy, I'm tired, I'm out. She stopped spending nights like she used to. When I asked when she was coming over, she would say, I don't know yet. One afternoon, her best friend called me. It had been a while since I'd seen or spoken to her directly. Have you heard from her? She asked. Yes, why? She's moved out. I sat up. Moved out. To where? To her new place, her friend said. Somewhere she rented. My heart paused, then started beating faster. She rented a place? Since when? It's been a short while now, her friend replied. I thought you knew. I didn't know. She hadn't mentioned it. Not once. Not even a hint. And we had been talking throughout. When I got off the phone, I dialed my girlfriend immediately. She picked up. Hello, you've moved? I asked, keeping my voice as calm as I could. Yes, she said, you rented a place? Yes, you didn't tell me? My chest felt tight. Her voice was flat. Why should I tell you? I was silent for a few seconds. What do you mean, why? Did you mind me when I told you to help? She said. Did you take me seriously? I was disturbing you for help. You acted like I was worrying you. So why should I report back to you now that I've gotten a place? I tried to explain, again, about the money, about not having enough. But she had already built a wall in her heart. Every word I said bounced off it and fell back at my feet. A few weeks later, I tried again. When will you take me to your new place? I asked her carefully. She responded without hesitation. Take you there as what? As your boyfriend, I said quietly. Did you rent the place for me? She replied. Why should you know where I live? You didn't help me. The words stung. The girl who used to lie on my chest and talk about us now sounded like a stranger guarding a secret. Time passed, and the distance between us grew wider. She stopped visiting my place. No more weekends together. No more weeks of her clothes in my wardrobe. Our communication reduced to scattered calls and messages, mostly initiated by me. When we did talk, there was a coldness that wasn't there before. Then one day, her former best friend called again. I don't know if I should be telling you this, she began, her voice uncertain. Tell me, I said. She moved into that place with the help of some old man, she said. He's the one who rented it for her. He doesn't want anyone there. He warned her not to bring people, especially you. I felt something inside me break, but I tried to hold myself together. Are you sure? I asked. That's what I heard, she said. I don't even know the place myself. She refused to tell me. We don't talk like before. After that call, I sat in my room and stared at the wall for a long time. This was the same girl I'd stayed up late with, planning a future we never wrote down. The same girl I had promised said honestly, though maybe to casually to help. The same girl I thought I knew. I called my girlfriend again. There's no old man, she insisted when I confronted her. Don't mind what people are saying. They're jealous. They want to spoil things between us. Then how did you get the place? I asked. From my own sweat, she said. I hustled. I saved. I worked. You think I'm lazy? If you got it from your sweat, I said slowly, why can't I come there? Why can't I even know where you live? Her reply came quickly. Because you didn't help me. I begged you. Cried. You watched me suffer. Now I've made it happen, and you want to come and enjoy it. No, never. There was anger in her voice, hurt, pride. But there was also something else, a door closing. As I write this now, I don't know where my girlfriend lives. I don't know who visits her. I don't know if there is truly an old man in her life or not. Her friend doesn't know either. The place she once begged me to help secure has become a secret fortress I'm not allowed near. Yet, somehow, I'm the one still standing outside, holding on. It would be easier if I could say she never meant anything to me, that I saw this coming, that I am strong enough to dust it off and move on. But the truth is, I didn't even know I loved her this deeply until everything started slipping away. I think about the nights she stayed with me and how natural it felt having her there. I think about the way she used to laugh, the jokes we shared, the ordinary moments that felt like the beginning of something permanent. I remember the tiny investments, time, emotions, little gifts, prayers, hopes. None of them were written down, but together they formed a future I believed in. Now, every time she doesn't pick my call, it hurts. Every time she replies with one-word answers, it hurts. Every time I imagine her cooking in that new apartment, lying on that new bed, maybe laughing with someone else, it feels like a wound ray opening. Everything she does now seems to push me away. Less communication, less care, less effort. It's as if she's quietly rewriting her life, and I'm not in the new version. I know she's moving on. All the signs are there. She has drawn a line and stepped over it. She's made peace with her choices, or at least learned to live with them. I, on the other hand, am stuck on the old page. Yet knowing all this doesn't make walking away any easier. There are days I decide firmly, this is it. I'm done. I block her number in my mind, if not on my phone. Then she sends a simple hi or answers my call in a slightly softer tone, and hope flares up again where it should. I keep asking myself, how do I let go of someone I've planned my life around? How do I accept that the girl I loved is no longer the girl who stands before me now? I have no neat answer. Only this, I'm trying. Scroll through our old chats and wonder how we got here. From I miss you to take you there as what? From I want us to build together to you didn't help me. From our future to my own place. I have tried to tell myself that love is not supposed to feel like humiliation. That someone who truly wants you in their life won't intentionally shut you out just to punish you. That needing help is one thing, but holding your worth hostage because of money is another. Trying to accept that love is not proven by how much rent you can pay for someone. Trying to understand that if she chose to punish me by shutting me out, maybe she was never ready to build with me, only to be built for. Trying to forgive myself for not having the money she wanted when she wanted it. Trying to forgive her for the way she handled her disappointment. Most of all, I'm trying to find a way to leave without destroying myself from the inside. So I come here to this moment, to these words asking for help. Not in paying her rent, not in getting her back, but in learning how to move on from someone who has already let go of me. Because she seems to have found her new beginning. I'm still here searching for mine. Follow me for more interesting stories such as this. Check my page for the next episode of this story. Watch the rest of the video on my YouTube channel.